Hello everybody, welcome back to my domain. This is Everything Animated. Hope you all enjoyed your Valentine's Day. What did I do? I watched a little movie called Fury. That one was really good. I enjoyed it way better than this particular anime show that I'm about to review. But I did like this 10 times better than Kiss Sis. I think anything is better than Kiss Sis. This is Kanokon. The story of Kanokon is pretty much as generic as anything that you would come to expect from these romantic comedy shows. A girl loves a boy is extremely awkward and gets uncomfortable, blah blah blah, and thus comedy ensues. Another girl gets thrown into the mix, so it becomes a love triangle. If you've seen one, you've seen them all. And this isn't anything different from all them other shows that I've seen. In a nutshell, our main character, Kota, he's at the high school, and then he has this really big, busty booby girl named Chizuru. She's a yokai. That's what they're called, and they have the ears and tails, and they look like. She says she's a fox, but she couldn't look anything further from a fox. She's a fox human thing. And then the new girl comes in, Nozomu, and she's a wolf. Again, doesn't look anything like a wolf, but has the ears and the tail. And that's pretty much it in a nutshell. The thing that kind of bothers me about this story is it's never explained why Chizuru likes Kota. She just likes him. No reason, no God-given answer, just there. But when it came to the other girl, Nozomu, she came later in the show, like episode 2, and even though it was a stupid reason why she fell in love with him, at least we saw why she did. With Chizuru, it was just already established, and boom, there it was. And Kota could be probably one of the pussiest characters, you know, a real short guy, wimpy, always, no, please stop, and just annoying. I preferred Chizuru's brother. I think his name's Tayuri. He was a more interesting character than Kota, and a lot more funnier, especially whenever he would get beat up and he would just be dead with the little ghost hanging up from him and everything. And there's the whole running story that a human and a yokai can't ever date, and they never explain that either until the very end. And it's the stupidest logic that I've ever seen. The logic is, oh, because you don't know if you could stand being with each other. Now, I think that's any relationship, whether it's between a human and an animal, or two humans or two animals. I think that could be applied to anything. I will give credit where credit's due. This show, Kanokon, had an ending. It was an okay ending, but at least when it ended, you knew it was over. So for that, little applause. As I mentioned before, characters are kinda, well, at least Kota's character is wimpy and dumb. Chizuru is a walking stereotype with big boobs and just is overly sexual in every sense of the word. Nozomu is kind of a blank slate. Tayuri is more interesting than all of them put together, but he's a side character. And again, he's Chizuru's brother. There's a couple of other side characters that are in it as well, but they're not memorable. Animation is as cheap as you'd expect in these shows. Sound, yeah, both the Japanese sub and the English dub is terrible. I mean, the English dub is laughingly terrible. That it's so dumb. But the sub is just bad in a way where you just don't care. You're like, man, I'm so bored. Why can't I just... No. Nothing about this show is appealing. This show, Kanokon, is boring and just doesn't leave much to the imagination. It's everything that we've seen done before, just taken on a different shape with different people. I will admit one thing before I make my final case, and it was this. Episodes 9 and 10 actually made me laugh because there was this scene where these people try to get rid of Chizuru's powers, and apparently her powers come from her boobs. So when they took away her powers, her boobs just shrank and she was flat-chested, and it kind of made me laugh hysterically, but at the same time kind of made me mad, because on one end it's something I've never seen before, and it was just hilarious just to see a woman who had big breasts lose them, and how she was like depressed and just was like, Kota, massage my breasts, baby. And then he said, well, I don't have really that much to grab onto. But at the same time, it was kind of demeaning towards women, just because of the fact she wanted to basically kill herself because she didn't have big breasts. And it's like, that's not what all... Way to make the message that all guys care for is big breasts. Overall, this show is... it's just okay. It's nothing special that I would ever want to watch again. If you want to go and watch it at your own risk. And if you choose not to, you're not missing anything. None of it made sense. The plot is dumb. Characters fall flat on their face and are boring. And all in all, it's just a very boring show. But I'll give it at least some credit for making me chuckle a couple of times and laugh. And for, I don't know, kind of making me smile a little bit. So all in all, I'd give Kanokon a 2 out of 5. Nothing great, but all in all, I'd say skip it. But I have another requested video, and that is of course Bakugan, the Magic 135. You always make good suggestions of animes I've never seen. Some gross and some surprise the hell out of me. But this one is, I think, like a card game, so I'll see how that one is. As always, thank you very much for your support. Appreciate you being a subscriber, and if you haven't subscribed, what you waiting for? Subscribe to me, show it some love. And as always, thanks for stopping by. Everything animated.